I'm going to be trying to do some velocity testing on these Hotshot 170 grain FMJs for the 8mm Mauser. I've already done some testing on these rounds in the past. Not any velocity testing, but just I shot a few rounds out to 75 yards. And just from that experience, I can already say they seem to be the worst rounds I've ever fired out of my Mauser, because some of them made the bolt stick. I had at least 2 stuck bolts from it, and there was 2 split case necks also. I'm not sure if those were the ones that stuck the bolt or not, but so I had a neck split, a crack down the entire neck of the case, and 2 stuck bolts from about 15 rounds maybe. And I've never had a stuck bolt or a split case neck before from any rounds I've ever fired, so I just thought I should do some more testing with the last rounds I have. So I'm going to go ahead and try and register their velocity and see what happens. I'm going to be using this F1 Crony and my 1917 Car 98A. Alright, let's go ahead and test these 170 grain Hotshot rounds. I also set up some random targets down there, 75 yards away, which is some jugs of water, a 1/2-inch steel plate, a dumbbell weight, and some cans. So that way hopefully we can see what they're doing at some targets too, instead of just registering their velocity. Let's see what happens. .17, and the bolt's already stuck. First round. See what I mean? These rounds are terrible. Okay, I finally got the first round unstuck, which came in at 24.17. I had to go get a rubber hammer to open the bolt. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. 24.28, and the bolt opened this time, but there's a split neck. The first one's neck wasn't split. Let's try a third round. What in the... That one came in at 28.24, and the bolt stuck, even worse than the first time. And the round is jammed in the chamber. I guess we're stopping right there. These rounds are terrible. Okay, in order to get that last round out of the chamber, I had to shove the cleaning rod down and then smash it with the rubber hammer a lot of times until finally it came out. But then the cartridge was stuck on the end of the rod, so I had to yank it with pliers. After I finally got the cartridge yanked off, the end of the rod came off with it, and the rod's all bent now. So I broke my rod trying to get this last cartridge out, which it wasn't a very cheap rod, so I hate these rounds and I'll never buy any of them again. I still have 2 more rounds, but I'm going to go ahead and put an end to this test because I don't want to cause any more damage to any of my guns or any equipment more than I already have. Let's go ahead and take a look down here. It looks like we got 1 hit on 1 jug. but that's it. And it hit it sideways right there on the side. I wouldn't expect it to do much damage since it's an FMJ. It'd probably just pass right through, but you can see right there, it just scraped the side. And we didn't hit anything else, it looks like. A couple hits up here maybe, because all this is covered in dust. And it looks like there's a fragment, big jacket fragment laying here. I don't know if that's from these rounds or something in the past, but anyways, those are the worst 8mm rounds I've ever fired, and I will never fire them again or purchase any more. I still actually have 7 rounds left, but I'm not gonna shoot them because it's not even worth it. And here's a look at those 3 rounds I just shot. This was the first one that gave me a stuck bolt. You can see there on the rim, there's a piece missing that got shaved off somehow. But no split neck. That one came in at 2400 something, 2412 I think. And here's the second round that had the split neck, which you can see right there. Split all the way down almost to the shoulder of the cartridge or the case. But that time we didn't have a cycle problem. I was able to extract the round and open the bolt without using the rubber hammer. And there's no mark on the rim, so maybe that's what put the mark on the rim, was having to smash it out with the hammer. And then our third round that got stuck in the chamber, there's no split neck. There's damage on the back though, because once I put the cleaning rod in and had to hammer the cleaning rod and it finally came out, I had to have my friend yank on it with pliers until it got off the cleaning rod because it was stuck on the cleaning rod. And now there's the end of my cleaning rod stuck in the case. The whole end of it broke off, even with the cotton and everything, and I can't get it out. So now I gotta get a new cleaning rod too, thanks to these rounds. So if I was you and you're looking to get some 8mm rounds, do not get the Hotshot 170 grain FMJs. I don't know if it's just that my gun doesn't like these, maybe yours will work better, but I've also fired these out of a Brazilian VZ24 and I had similar problems. Split necks and stuck bolts. I've never had a case stuck in the chamber like this though, ever in my entire life. This was the first time I ever encountered this, and that round came in 400 feet per second more than the other two. The first two came in at 2400 something, and then that last one came in at 28 something. So there's something wrong with these rounds. They're the worst rounds ever. Please don't buy them. So I literally think it's just because those rounds are terrible. I don't know if it's the case or what, because I fired steel case before, the Romanian surplus, hundreds of them. I've shot at least 150 of them. Never once a split neck, a stuck bolt, or a case lodged in the chamber from the Romanian surplus steel cores. So those all work fine. It's just these Hotshot rounds. I think with my remaining 7 rounds, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the bullets out and reload them into some brass cases and test them that way. But anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching.